Hey guys, quick video today. Talk about how I'm doing my rigs lately. If Dexter would like to say hi. I'm using the Veta 8 GPU frames, but I'm only putting 7 cards in them. Kind of helps them breathe a little bit better. Then I use the ML120 fans, and then on this rig I've also added a front row to kind of help push the air out of the area. It's kind of in a corner sitting here. The bottom rig runs just fine, but this top rig was holding on to a lot of heat, so this kind of helped push some of that air out and get it away from the area. I did go for the LED lighting on the fans this time. Got to try and look cool, and it is close to being a matched rig. So I thought this one could use a little special treatment. And I was able to reuse these fan rails. So I used one, it's supposed to be one on the top, one on the bottom, but I just used one on the bottom on the back side, and then I used one on the top for the front side, so I didn't have to get anything special with that. I also get these fan hubs. It's a Molex, and it will power 8 fans. As far as power supply goes, really just using something not too cheap, but yeah, this one's just a 700 BQ, nothing fancy, and I run 1 GPU on it, and then that does the motherboard as well, and the fans, and then I do server power supplies. This one here is a PD19, or if I can find them, the PL30 or PD30, and those seem to be pretty good. We'll need a breakout board and then some cables for it. What's nice about those is then you have enough connections, you don't have to use splitters or anything. Keep it nice and clean. I like getting different sizes, so I can use some really short ones straight up to the top, the card above it, and then I can get a little bit longer ones. Try and make it a little bit cleaner. And I'm doing 2 server PSUs, so 3 cards on each, and then 1 card on the ATX power supply. That just makes sure that I'm not overloading the power supplies. If I was doing a rig of a bunch of 3090s or something like that, I might only do 2 cards per server PSU, but that just keeps the wattage under a safe limit. I go by the TDP of the card, so that would be the max that they ever pull. With these on 120 volt, they're only rated at 900 watts, so I try to keep them under 600 watts. Anything over 600, they really start getting pretty loud. Keeps them quiet. Don't want to hear this stuff upstairs. Try to keep the farm as quiet as possible, and just keeps it safe that way. Keeps them from overheating. I've also gone the route of the 240 volt. It's just a simple PDU with a readout, so I know how many amps I'm pulling. For motherboard, I'm going with the H110 Pro BTC Plus. The spacing is a little tight when you're doing 7 cards, but these things have been rock solid. I haven't had any issues with them. As far as the CPU, nothing super expensive, just find something cheap. I believe this is the G3900, so just get something that's low power, at least dual core. Check on the manufacturer's website and make sure that it is compatible with this motherboard. As far as RAM, 2 8GB sticks, get me 16 gig total. And since I'm mining on Windows, I do need a page file, so for the solid state drive I go with at least a 250, so I have room for the page file. Usually just set it at 100 GB just to be safe. For risers, I'm using the U-Bit version 10S. What I like about these is it has the 8 capacitors on there. It has the 6 pin on the side and the back. I also like the release at the back there. It's a little easier to get to. They have some nice LEDs, so you can make sure that they're powered. As far as individual cards, it's really whatever you can get your hands on. Definitely prefer a 2080 Ti or a non-LHR 3060 Ti or 3070. And I really want to stay away from the LHR cards on the 30 series. LHR stands for low hash rate, and so that means from the factory they have a lower hash rate on Ethereum. 20 series cards do not have that. It's just on the 30 series cards. I could end up making a whole video on which ones are LHR, but the 3060 Ti, the 3070, 3080, and the Founders are all non-LHR. All 3090s are not LHR, but any 3060, 3060 Ti, 3070, 3080 that are from EVGA or Gigabyte or something like that, those will all be LHR at this point if they're brand new. You would have to find older stock of those. Also, all 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti, no matter what the brand, will all be LHR. If I could start over and start from scratch, I might do an enclosed server case. That kind of forces the air through and keeps the cards cooler, but my farm is already designed around the Veta 8 frames. So I hope that helps you plan out your next build. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Dexter thanks you as well. If you enjoyed the video today, please give it a like. As always, I try to keep my videos nice and short, to the point, so a like really helps out the channel. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys on the next one. Later.